Three games to go, troops. Three games to go, and the aftermath of Rangers 4. Killie is here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to read some comments, like the good old days. I remember I used to do. Well, I'll say the good old days, man. I did this a lot more like 6 months ago, but we stopped doing it. So why not bring it back for the last bit of the season? James6901 says, as a Celtic fan, we are not counting on nothing. We need a win next week. Visit the Killie gives me the fear. On that point, if you were a neutral, who would you bet the mortgage on next week? P.S. Good channel. Um, if I was a neutral, who would I bet the mortgage on? I mean, even though as a neutral, I'd be betting the mortgage on Celtic. No, but in all seriousness, right, I would never bet Celtic. But if I was a neutral, you would be betting Celtic. You know, like, as much. I feel like there's so much more focus on Rangers needing to win by like 2 or 3 goals at Parkhead. Well, I say needing to, like, that's the ideal situation. Obviously, if we win 1-0, it's not mathematically over, obviously not, but I think it's almost like forgotten about. It's that if Rangers don't win by like 2 or 3, that the league's kind of gone anyway. But Rangers have to win first off. You've got to bear that in mind. Um, Good channel though. I like that wee comment. I think Celtic will win. I mean, they've got all their best. I mean, they were destroying us, Celtic, without their best players. So with their best players, what they're going to do? Fabio was making mouthing it off gestures with his hands to the Rangers fans, then held his top up to them. Crazy times. Yeah, I don't like Fabio Silva, man. Fabio, I don't know. Well, I don't know what his gimmick is. Alan Fox says it looked like they were struggling to cope with the pressure for the majority of the game this afternoon. They looked nervous. It's fuck to me. That's not what a Rangers player should look like. We are absolutely wholeheartedly demand better from our players than that. They are not fit to put our Rangers kit on, the vast majority of them. Before we go any further, absolutely. You know, See, with 3 games to go, 3 points behind, with a wee bit behind the goal difference. If this was a good Rangers team, right? If this was a Rangers team of the past with real players in there, real goal scorers, real leaders, and no bottle merchants, I think you could. I think you could feel relatively confident. We've done it before, where we came back and won titles, and we've also done it where we've lost titles, right, in the history. But I just look at this current crop of players, and it's mad to think that in the position that we are in, I have no faith. And there's a lot of people that have the same amount of faith as me. It's like I just don't see it happening. Even though it is literally within touching distance, like all we've got to do is beat Celtic, and then put a lot of goals past Dundee and Hearts. It's like it just doesn't feel like it's there. Uh, and what is the script? With Clement's found out against Ben Davies, he really has it in from a manager, should be above the title. Childlike behaviour reminds me of Advocate or Glenn. Don't like it when players stand up and when it takes Clement to have his hand forced before he plays. Davies, and we look better after Ben Davies come on for me. The vendetta Clement has against Ben Davies needs to stop. He's the best centre back in the squad by a country mile. I'm not a massive fan of the way Clement conducts himself with his squad, regardless of their lack of ability. See, what I would say is, right, see Ben Davies, could you honestly say he's much worse than any of the options that have played this season? Probably not. And I actually thought he'd played well when he came on. Again, against 10 men, Killie, can't read too much into it, but he did score a crucial goal. He made it 2-1. James says, thinks it's simple. Big time players bottle it when push comes to shove. Yep, that's it. Um, what's with these big ass comments, man? Jesus Christ Almighty. Silva had his best game for us. Crucial goal, caused penalty, and was still running with ball forward 93rd minute. But you're right about goal difference. See my rant below. I'm still raging at Phil. What the fuck, Big Stevie? Forget the first 45 plus 9. Enough said. But from Silva's crucial goal to Lawrence's beauty, we were very good. Gave it all. Then what the hell? I'm so bloody raging, Phil. We have 15 minutes to go against them. 10 men dead in their feet. Celtic would have scored 3 or 4, and we really could regret it. We keep Dessers on with 7 or 8 chances in the box and never got a shot on goal. Do we bring on Wright? No. Taylor made for his pace. We bring on Roof? No, no, no. What the hell? What is he on the bench for? We bring on Redfern and Raskin. Neither player matched sharp. Neither could hit a barn door from 2 yards. Here is the problem. See if we're going any further. I totally agree. Like, I think the problem stemmed before that though. Silva, Davies, who got the third goal? Lawrence. I'm not going to blame Suter as much. I mean, it literally was like one of the last kicks of the game. I know we had another chance after it, but we need goals, right? And these guys are celebrating at 2-1 and 3-1, and Fabio Silva's the worst at 1-1. It's like, we need goals, right? See, winning 3-1 today, it's not a good result. Winning 4-1 is not a good result. Honestly, I think when it near enough winning like 6 or 7 wouldn't even have been the best. our results, even though I know that sounds crazy, but we actually need it to put like 6, 7, 8 past them to consider this like a proper good result. Because obviously, right, going into this game, 4-1, on paper, it's good beating Killie. Killie are a good team, but they were down to 10 minutes for like, 10 minutes. They were down to 10 men for like 75 minutes of the game. You factored in all the added on time, it wasn't good enough. Anyway, unless we win next week, it's over. If they win, we cannot catch them. But 5 goals behind. If we win by 1 against that mob, it's 4 goals with 2 games. Well, it would actually be 3 goals because obviously you take a goal off them because they've conceded and then we've scored one. So bear that in mind. At Parkhead, every goal we score is worth double as long as we beat them by that margin. 4 goals, 2 goals against total our forwards. Just another 2 goals today when the chance was begging, and all of a sudden we need to outscore Celtic by 2 goals in the final 2 games. We played Dundee at home. Basically, the title would have been in our hands. What is the ruddy point of having Roof and Wright? Even Dow would have had a better chance than Raskin and Redfan. Both of them shot twice and were terrible efforts. He would have had a shot or two, made a better try, but we did not need 4 at the back and 3 in midfield against 10 knackered men. Exactly. I said that in the preview. I was like, we may as well just go gun ho. like literally play so open at the. I mean, we play open at the back anyway. We're shite. We can't defend. You may as well just play like 10 people up front. Do not get it. And I totally agree. The substitutions were all wrong. If we can miraculously win next week, we lose out by a goal or two. Yeah. Could you imagine how soul destroying would it be though if we actually did lose on goal difference? And it's the amount of chances we've missed this season. Like you can blame Clement as well because he has made poor substitutions as labelled here. But it's just like how many chances has Desser's missed? And it's not just Desser's, but goals that we have missed this season. And you may think, oh, at 2-1 in games doesn't really matter at 2-0. It does, man. You need to build goal difference up for this exact scenario. Goal difference is crucial. And we can all celebrate. Oh, Dessers has got 20 goals. The guy should have about 50 goals, right? I think he's played 49 games. He's got 20 goals. I'm not kidding. The guy has probably cost us about 25 goals. That may sound like an exaggeration, but he misses like 3 great chances a game on average, literally. So play the math. Surf says, I don't think Rangers would have won that with 11 on the park. Killie were decent. Yeah, I mean, I know the engineer can laugh, but we were shite in that first half. I mean, what would have happened if we didn't get the goal for half time? Imagine the booing at half time, man. Jesus. George Robinson said, played against 10 for over 90 minutes, could not make it up. Right, it wasn't 90 minutes, mate. Know your role. Did Silva fall to the ground in absolute agony after the shirt pull in the thumbnail? Sefco saved the game by far. I'm glad through the illusion it's going to reach fever pitch by next weekend. Bring on the oh so glorious meltdown. Yeah, probably will be a meltdown. Power Ranger saved by far. Penalty was missed, and it was a penalty. Carry on howling the moon, fanny pad that you are. Your dad is something for you to get. Your dad's perfume is calling to you, lol. Mr. Freeland getting battered here in the comments, but that's where we're going to leave it. That's the reaction. I don't think enough people are clocking on to the goal difference problem here, but is what it is. Probably clock on too late, but it's even. But we talk about goal difference, right? Last game of the season, we're away to Tynecastle. They're at home to St Mirren. I think we need to be ahead in goal difference going into that game. But anyway, is what it is. Till next time, peace.